okay, baby Luna. Oh, my baby. She gonna get better. Pray for baby Luna. Pray for baby Luna. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or should you guys welcome me back to my channel, because it's actually been a hot minute since I sat down and filmed a video. I know I've been a little bit distant on YouTube. I have been posting, not regularly on Instagram, but I have been updating you guys over on my Instagram stories. So if you guys don't follow me there, I definitely recommend that you guys follow me, because sometimes when I'm not posting on here, there is a really good reason as to why, because I really don't like to miss uploads. But August has been one hell of a month. We finally moved out of our apartment. Some things happened with baby Luna that was like really sad. I will get into it in the video if you guys don't follow me on Instagram. So today we're just gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm gonna plan makeup, let you guys know what's happening in my life. So kick back, relax. It's gonna be a long video, and without further ado, let's hop right into it. Ooh, good zoom. Okay guys, so first and foremost, my brows are already done. They look a little bit thinner than usual, but I wanted more of a structured brow as opposed to like a feather piecey brow. So let's get past that. I also have a little bit of sunscreen on, and I am not primed. So today I am gonna prime with the e.l.f. Jelly Prop Dew Primer. I do really like this. A little bit of a warning though, I had to cover up some of these blemishes because you guys are gonna be like, what is happening with your skin? Also, nails are not done. I've been moving, so we did move out of our apartment. It was probably one of the worst moves I've ever experienced in my lifetime. Let me just say that. As you can see, I have bruises, like crazy bruises all over me. I was moving for like 3-4 days straight, and I know that's a really long time, but it was raining like crazy. We were literally moving everything in the rain, and it just wasn't a good time. It was hot, it was humid, it was wet, I was soaked. Girl, it was not fun. For eyeshadow primer today, I'm gonna use this by MAC. This is the Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I really like this because it is more of a dry base primer. I've recently switched over to using this as opposed to concealer, just because I feel like my eyeshadows stick to it a lot better. But anyways, back to the move. Like I said, it just wasn't that great. For the most part, me and Ulises moved everything into our U-Haul. There was a guy who was throwing out his trash, and he literally saw me struggling for my life trying to pick it up and like put it in the U-Haul. It was not happening. So he was like, you know what, let me help you guys out. I feel bad for you. He didn't say that, but like realistically speaking, I know he felt bad because I was like drenched in sweat, in water, and I'm just like, yeah, it just wasn't good. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with this palette right here by Physicians Formula. This is the Sultry Nights palette. I actually have two palettes right here. I have Tropical Days and Sunset Nights, or no, Sultry Nights. I've had these in my collection for a while, and I have no idea why I haven't used them, because they are really gorgeous palettes, and I have no idea how the formula is going to perform, but I'm excited to give it a go because you guys know how I feel about my affordable products. So I am going to take this bone colored shadow right here. I'm going to put that in my crease. This is going to act as a really nice thin layer of eyeshadow before I actually go in with colors. I always find that this is a good step to include in my routine because sometimes eyeshadows can tug onto the eyelid, creating more of a patchy look, and that's not the vibe I'm going for. I don't think that's the vibe anyone wants to go for, so I always like to go in with a very thin layer of shadow just right here in the crease. By the way, the brush I'm using is an M441 by Morphe. The next shade I'm going to take is this shade right here, which is more of like a soft brown color. I'm going to put that in my crease as well, and I'm just going to run it back and forth just to create a little bit of dimension. Ooh, this is actually a really beautiful color, and it has really nice pigment to it. I actually wasn't expecting that. I've never tried any shadows from Physicians Formula for that matter, so this is like a first impressions for us. So I also feel like these shadows are building very nicely. Like, look at that. That is gorgeous. Like, super pigmented, very opaque, very rich in color, which is something I like. But anyways, besides the move, things have been going really well. We moved into my mom's house. So you guys remember, like, back when I first started out on YouTube, I was filming in a spare bedroom, and it was like white crown molding and like orange. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, white crown molding and there was orange on the bottom. I'll insert like the video here if I could find it. But yeah, so that's the bedroom I'm sleeping in, and I'm filming in a spare room. So throwback to my mom's, and the reason we decided to stay at my mom's is because I haven't found a house I love, and I didn't want to rush into something that I didn't love, if you get me. Like, I feel like buying a house, it's such a big decision and it's such a big purchase that it should be made very, very wisely. So that's why I'm kind of taking my time with it. Granted, I did have to downsize a lot. Like, there's a lot of things in storage. There's a lot of things that I couldn't take with me, but I feel like in the end it'll be worth it because I'll find something that I truly, truly love and that I'll live in for like 5, 6, 7 years to come. So not gonna lie though, I actually thought that I would find a house that I love just in time for us to move, and then we'd move in it and everything would be amazing. But I found that as we started to get closer and closer to our move out date for our apartment, that I wasn't really finding anything that I was in love with. And I actually ran into a situation where I put a down payment on a lot, and then I read over the contract. Well, me and Bubito both read over the contract, and it was literally like 50 pages long. We sat in the car for hours reading this contract, and by the time I got done with it, I saw a picture of the house. I was like, this looks like a teepee house. Literally, it looked like a little teepee house, and I just wasn't like in love with it like I originally thought I was. And I'm glad it took me reading over the contract for like maybe 2-3 hours and then seeing that photo and realizing I didn't love it, because I feel like once the house is built, I would have been very like disappointed, if you get me. So it kind of sucks because I did put down that down payment. Don't know if I'm getting it back, but everything happens for a reason. But you know what? In the end, I know we're gonna find something that we like really, really love. And here I am getting carried away with my blending every single time. Never failed me anytime I do a chit chat get ready with me. You guys know my blending gets out of control, and that's simply because I cannot multitask. I'm taking a blending brush and I'm just softening up these edges here because girl, this is a situation. Do you guys see this right here? Yeah, battle wound for moving. I don't even know what happened. Like, bruises everywhere. Like, it literally looks like somebody beat me up. It was not good. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with the shade right here, which is a hunter green shade. I know I kind of just did a green look with the Jackie Aina palette, but I want to do something, I don't know, very sparkly, and this is the color that's screaming my name right now. I did switch over to using this palette, which is called Sultry Night, so it has some really beautiful shades in there. I am going to take that green, and I'm just going to pop it onto my eyelid. So I will definitely say this is a really, really pretty green. It does have quite a bit of fallout though, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to kind of press this on my lid just because I feel like it's going to go on a lot better, yeah. So just for the sake of me not looking completely crazy, I'm going to go in with a makeup wipe and I'm just going to kind of clean up this area here. So I did finish this eye off camera. To be completely honest, I just wasn't the biggest fan of this green within the Sultry Nights palette. I feel like it was a little bit lackluster. As you can see, it doesn't look as shimmery as it did when it first went on. The eyeshadow just kind of crumbled all over my cheeks and it just wasn't the business. So I am going to go in with this by Flower Beauty. This is called their Warrior Glitter Eyeshadow in the shade Camo. This is so beautiful, so reflective. I feel like it's really going to set this look off. So you can just put this on straight with the applicator, but I like to really control how much product I'm putting on my eyes. So I'll take a little bit on the back of my hand like this, and I'll tap it onto the lid with like a flat brush. Left eye, right eye. Which side do you guys like the most? Let me know down below in the comments. But anyways, I am going to go in with a dark brown within the palette. I'm going to pick up the Tropical Days palette, which is kind of sort of the palette I've been using the most. So I'm going to pick up this shade right here on an M433. And I'm going to use this to deepen up my outer V. Then taking a little bit more of this green, I'm just going to kind of tap it right next to where the brown and the green meet, just to give it a softer blend because it's looking really, really harsh right now. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more of that liquid eyeshadow and just kind of like tap, tap, tap. I feel like this step can be like really, really tedious because you want to make sure it just blends very gradually and it doesn't have too much of a stark harsh edge. So I went ahead and just tossed my hair up. I also cleaned out a bunch of the fallout underneath my eye because it was getting a little messy. I'm not gonna lie, it was just not cute. It wasn't a pretty sight to look at, but I am gonna move on. I've already primed the skin. I am gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna use the brand new Fenty Beauty foundation. I do have a full review and 5-day wear test coming very, very soon on this foundation. So I'm not gonna say too much on it, but the shade I'm mixing is 230 and 235. But besides that, I did kind of want to touch on what happened to Luna. If you guys are new here, my French Bulldog's name is Luna. I actually have two Frenchies. I have Stormy, who is 8 months old or going on 9 months. And then I have Luna, who's almost 4 years old. I want to say it was August 3rd. I came to my mom. Well, okay, so the way the story started is we woke up in the morning, dogs are fine, and then Ulises went to go grab Luna, and she like got really, really stiff, and she started to yelp, and in that moment, I looked at her gums, and I was like, okay, like her gums are pink, she seems fine, she's fine. We went to my mom's house, and she was literally laying on the floor. She was like shaking, she didn't want to play, she wasn't very, very happy or excited to see them like she normally is, so immediately we were like, okay, something's wrong, something's up. We took her to the emergency room and they said that she was having some back problems, and they prescribed her with some pain medication and said that it should take a couple weeks, like 2 weeks, and she'll get better. And then we went home and we gave her the pain meds. Next day, she wasn't walking. Like she literally lost all feeling in her back legs and she couldn't walk, and it was literally the saddest thing I have ever gone through. I cried the entire day, the entire night. I looked up so many different articles, and I saw that the symptoms that she was having was IVDD, which is very, very common in her breed. And then we took her to the ER, same ER. They said they couldn't really do anything, and they recommended that we see a specialist. So we went to a neurologist, and they had to do emergency surgery. So she just had back surgery, and it's just been the most difficult thing I've ever been through because she's in so much pain, and she's not in pain because of the surgery. She's in pain because after the surgery, like things were going great. She was walking. She wasn't walking like the best. She was kind of wobbling here and there, but we took her out for a walk and she started to reverse knees maybe like 2, 3, 4 times. And then she kind of fell on her butt. She started to yelp, and the doctor feels like it's a neck issue. So it's a second injury, not related to her back or anything like that. Now she's like super stiff. She's walking with an arch in her back, and she's super tense, and she walks with her head really, really low. So he did put her on a bunch of pain medication. Some days are good, some days are really, really bad. I honestly feel like I haven't gotten a good night's rest in a while. I feel like most days we wake up in a panic. Like she's either screaming or yelping. She wants to get out of her cage, and then she gets really, really tense and stiff, and she starts panting, and she just looks like she's in a lot of pain. So the doctor did up her medication. So I'm hoping that with strict crate rest and medication, she'll get better. He says we're not at a point where we need to do a second surgery. I'm praying to God we don't have to do a second surgery, because that would be really, really traumatizing, not only for her, but for me. Like just to see her go through another surgery, like I don't want that. But if that's what needs to happen, then that will happen, because we want to see her back to her normal self. It honestly makes me really sad because Luna is the sweetest French Bulldog you will ever meet, and I can't believe like this would happen to her, you know, like out of all dogs in the world, it happened to baby Lune. I know it happens to a lot of other dogs, but like I just never thought we'd be in this situation. So I know I talked about this briefly on Instagram, and I feel like for the most part, so many of you have been very, very supportive. You sent over so many sweet words, so many sweet messages. You told me that your dogs have gone through the same thing, and told me that with prayer and hope and patience, it will all get better. And I really, really appreciate that. I feel like we have like such a special bond over on Instagram. I feel like the people who follow me over there like are truly connected to me and what I do in my life. So thank you guys so much. So I definitely feel like foundation is looking pretty good. Like skin looks hella wet, hella dewy, but I feel like once I powder and stuff like that, it'll all come together. I am going to use this by CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade L300. Love this. I don't know what it is, but drugstore brands are really stepping it up when it comes to full coverage concealer. This definitely reminds me of Tarte Shape Tape, which reminds me, if you guys want me to do like an affordable versus high-end video of all dupes, let me know, because I feel like I haven't done one in so long, and those used to be my jam. Those used to be my favorite videos to film on my channel, so definitely let me know. I do have a vlog coming up on my vlogging channel very soon. I vlogged it a few weeks ago right before the stuff happened with Luna. But even though it's like a little bit old, I still want to show you because I got my hair done in that video. And I also show you guys a portion of like my workout routine. A lot of you have been asking me what I do in the gym and for me to record it and stuff like that. So I finally did that for you. So that'll be up this coming weekend. So be on the lookout for that. Not gonna lie, you guys, skin is coming through. Skin is looking really good. I am going to set this down and lock it in place with some loose powder. I am going to use this one by Huda Beauty. This is the Banana Bread loose powder. I really love this powder. I'm actually thinking about getting a lighter shade during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale, but I really shouldn't be spending any money, so I probably won't. But I really do like this powder. I feel like it keeps my under eye area locked and loaded, and sometimes I'll even go as far as setting my entire face with this when I want a very foolproof, waterproof, like take her swimming on the first date makeup look. Beautiful. Look at that. Flawless, honey. Can we just take a moment to talk about how flawless the side of my face looks with this powder directly over top of the foundation? Like, I cannot get enough. If you guys haven't tried this Huda Beauty powder, I definitely recommend. Speaking of the Sephora sale, I want to know what you guys are getting. I don't really shop the Sephora sale often. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just feel like Sephora is very, very expensive, but I do like to, you know, buy things that I've had my eye on for a while. So sometimes I'll make a list of things that I've been dying to try, and then I'll get it during the Sephora sale. But I don't think I have anything right now that I really want to get. I will say I did get the Pat McGrath foundation right before the sale. So that video is coming up where I'm going to be doing more of a foundation Friday wear test on that foundation. So that's something you guys can definitely look forward to, because it's going to be bomb. I mean, I don't know if the foundation is going to be bomb, but I feel like foundation wear tests are always bomb. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this soft brown shade right here on a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to push it closest to my lash line just to kind of connect all the shadows together. You guys know how I get down. Like, this is like my favorite way to just bring the entire look together. I feel like without it, it kind of looks bare. It looks like it needs something a little bit extra. I'm going to take a pencil brush now, and I'm just going to smudge it and really just smoke out the lash line. And I like to really connect it with the shadow on the upper lid. I really like to take my time with this step because I feel like the smokier it looks, the better it looks, if I'm being honest. So I just like to really take my time and just kind of smudge it out. And then I'll kind of bring it up like this. So now that my lower lash line is all the way smoked out, I am going to go in with this gold right here on a pencil brush. And I am going to spritz the pencil brush with a little bit of the ABH Dewy Set. You can use Fix Plus. You can use the one by Catrice. You can use whatever one you want. This is just one that I have on hand. I'm going to pop it right here in the very inner corner. Just like that. So I definitely feel like the look is coming together, but I do in fact feel like it is missing something on the eyes. So I'm going to go in with some liquid eyeliner. This is by Anastasia. This is their brand new liquid eyeliner. I want to say it's like a cross mix between a felt tip liner and a brush tip eyeliner. So I'm really excited to try it out. I've never tried this. No idea how it's going to go, but I am going to do more of an intense cat eye wing with it. I'm also going to take a little bit of this eyeliner and drag it on my lower lash line. So this look definitely took a turn. I am just going to go balls to the walls, and I'm just going to go all out. I'm going to use a crayon eyeliner now, and I'm just going to run this alongside my waterline. This right here is the Dark Side Waterproof Gel Eyeliner by ABH. Like I said, I am just going to run this on my lower waterline, but I don't want to close it off completely. I really just want to stick it right here where I put that liquid eyeliner on the lower lash line. Then I'm going to take more of an angled brush, and I'm just going to kind of smudge the black eyeliner inwards, just so that way it comes to more of a fade rather than a very like harsh stop, if you get me. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that eyeliner on the angled brush And I'm just gonna kind of press it closest to the lash line. I'm also gonna take this eyeliner and I'm gonna tight line with it to create the illusion of thicker, fuller lashes. So for the most part, I think eyeshadow is done. I'm now gonna go in with falsies. I have these by Huda Beauty. These are in the style Samantha number 7 Classic. I don't know what it is, but I love Huda Beauty's lash box. Like, look how cute this is, right? I don't really use her lashes often, but I'm really excited for this pair just because I feel like they're very pretty and wispy, and I think they'll complement the look very nicely without covering up the eyeshadow completely. So I'm gonna pop these on and then I will be right back and we'll finish off the rest of the face. So it definitely took me a little minute, but lashes are finally on. Now that I have lashes on, I do want to do one last thing as far as shadow goes. I want to go into this black right here, and I want to apply a little bit of black right here on the outer V, just because I feel like this look is missing like a little something. So I'm going to pick up some of that black on a M507, and I'm just going to lightly rock it right here into this socket. And sometimes I like to do this step last just so that way I can kind of picture where I want the most definition to be once lashes are on. So after adding a little bit of that black in the outer V, I definitely feel like it made the look a little bit more smoky and sultry. So with that being said, I'm definitely going to move on to the rest of the face. As you guys know, I already set my face down completely with the Banana Bread Loose Powder by Huda Beauty. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with a little bit of this by MAC. This is a mineralized skin finish in the shade Medium Golden. And I'm going to take this alongside the perimeter of my face to add a little bit more dimension without going hardcore contouring, if you will. I feel like this totally turned into a chit chat get ready with me, but then like tutorial at the end, because I feel like I told you guys everything that I wanted to tell you in the beginning. But I am very surprised with how this look is coming along. I really didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do right now in this instant, but I'm just taking a little bit of this. This isn't gonna give me a crazy contour or anything like that. It's definitely just gonna add color. I also like to take a little bit of this on my chest to kind of just like bronze it up and add some color, because let's be honest, I barely get any sun at all. Literally a crab in my house. I don't do much of anything, so it's really hard for me to get color, and sometimes I just like to take this and bronze up my chest a little bit just so that way everything matches and everything looks really good together. For actual bronzer and contour, I'm going to use this by Koki. This is the Koki Powder Contour Palette. It literally is a spot on dupe for the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I really love this shade directly underneath my eyes. So I'm going to take this brush right here by Smashbox. This is the Precise Blush Brush, but I really love to use it right here underneath my eyes because I can literally sweep it and highlight at the same time. So I'm literally just taking the brush and using it to highlight in that area right here. I'm also going to take this down the center of my face to further highlight. Now, I know I look super powdery, but I promise you once I go in with my dewy set by Anastasia, everything will kind of melt down and it'll look very skin-like. I'm now going to go in with the center shade right here and use this as a contour, so to bronze up the skin. For blush and highlight, you guys already know I'm going to use the Glowing in Grease palette by BH Cosmetics. This has literally been on repeat since I got it in PR. I love it. And one of the main reasons I love it so much is that it does come with some peach tone blush shades, also highlighters, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1. I love me a good peach tone blush. You guys already know. I don't even need to say it. So I'm going to go in with Mykonos in Peros. I like to mix these two together on this little brush right here. This is a sheer powder brush. You guys always ask me in the comments, literally my favorite brush ever to apply blush. I really like to focus a lot of it right here on the apple, so I'll do like a little smile and then just kind of hit my cheeks. But I love this color. It's so cute. What do you guys think? Do you like a peach tone blush? Do you like a mauve blush? Do you like a baby pink blush? Do you like a berry blush? I'd love to know down below in the comments, because I know everybody likes, you know, different things. Everybody's into what they're into, but I just want to know, what's your vibe? For highlighter, I'm going to go in with a shade right here called Olympia to kind of play off the gold in my very inner corner, and I'm going to use an ABH brush to apply that. This is an ABH A23. And I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't really been into a ton of highlighter recently. I really like to just pop it right here, and I'm good to go. Like, I am money, honey. I used to apply it like all in this area right here, but that's just not my thing right now. I'm going to take a little bit on the tip of my nose and down the bridge. and then I'm just gonna kind of diffuse it. But so far, I think it's looking bomb. Really good. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with some Dewy Set by Anastasia to really set all of this down, and then we'll do the lips, and then I think we'll be done. So for my lip color, I actually decided on a little bit of lip liner first. This is MAC Strip Down. I always love to go in with this lip color or this lip liner right before I apply lipstick. So I'm gonna use this to line my lips completely. And after lining my lips completely, I'm gonna go in with this little NARS duo right here that I recently got in PR. This is a warm nude mini lipstick duo, and I'm gonna pick up the shade called Tonka. I feel like this is going to be a really, really beautiful color match to like my lip liner, but like slightly darker. This right here is the final and completed look. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. I will definitely say there was a point in this video where I wanted to give up, wipe my makeup off, and start over completely, but I didn't, and I'm so glad I stuck with it because it came together in the end. It is sultry, it is smoky, it is glittery, it's everything I want in a look, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I will have all products listed down below in the description in case you guys are interested in checking those items out. Besides that, I'm really glad I just got to sit down and talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life, Luna, my house situation. If you guys want to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube, I definitely recommend that you guys follow me over on Instagram because I'm always posting stories. I'm always updating you guys and things like that. So if I go missing on here, odds are I'm letting you guys know what's happening over on Instagram. So that's that. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.